Hi, I'm Midge Shoemaker, and today is day 6 of my doing 100 days of YouTube videos and focusing on recognizing God's hand in my life. Um, so, yay, at some point, I kind of want to write a book that's titled Recognizing God's Hand in My Life, but maybe this will give me practice and something to write about. We'll see. Um, anyway, for day 6, I'm still kind of reeling from my accident and feeling kind of all over the place, and I'm very grateful that God reminded me of a chiropractor because mine told me the last time I saw him last year that he was retiring at the end of the year. I haven't messaged him to verify that he's actually retired, but because I actually missed my chiropractor because he had a different way of doing things. Like he would actually put heat or ice on my injuries when I was injured. He probably would have x-rayed my back and my neck to see if there was any damage done to it, which this new chiropractor didn't do either of those things. He told me to go home and ice my back myself. And I'm like, I have a little tiny little rice pack thing. It doesn't cover my entire back. I'm like, I have a heating pack that would work, but you can't put heat on a brand new injury. It has to be ice. So I was like, not that this new guy isn't nice, just different. And my other chiropractor has those little things that he would put on my back, and they would do vibrations or something, pulses, so it kind of helped to relax the muscles. Not quite like a massage, but kind of similar. And he could like make it harder or lighter, so depending on how tender it was, he could like adjust it. And he'd be like, okay, and then he would leave it for like 5 minutes and let it do its thing. Well, he would put like ice or heat over the top of it to help your muscles to relax, and then he would like do the adjustment, so it was easier to do the adjustment. Plus, he had a massage therapist in his office, so I could get like an hour-long massage for like an extra $20, which is fantastic. Um, this new guy doesn't have a massage therapist in his office. He doesn't have the little stimulus things that he puts in there. He has one of those hand machine massager things that's just really too hard, and it just really hurts. And so I tense up more. So I think it's even harder for him to like adjust my back and my everything, because I don't like those massage things. I don't like the massage chairs. I like massages, but I like the real thing, not the whatever the machine does, because it just never gets in the right spot and it always does weird things. But I needed to see a chiropractor. God just put that name in my head, and I knew right where the location was. It's just down the street from where I live, which is also very nice, because when I got in my car, I didn't realize that it was going to actually hurt to turn my head. And I did ask him to adjust my neck, which he did, and I was able to turn my head so I could drive afterwards. So that was at least one good thing out of it. The other good thing is he actually gave me information for an attorney and told me I should go contact an attorney. And I've been in an accident. It's been years. I've never used an attorney before. It didn't even occur to me to get an attorney for this situation. I was like, okay. So I get in my car, and for some reason my hand just starts dialing the number he gave me for the attorney. I'm like, I guess I'm getting an attorney. I don't know why I'm doing that, but I did it just like automatically. I think maybe that's what God wanted me to do, because sometimes I just do things like that. I'm like, okay. And then I was like, I was just in an accident the day before. I didn't know what to do. I was like, oh, it's a good thing you called me. This is the right thing to do. Don't worry about this. We'll take care of you. I'm like, okay. So then I'm like talking to him and taking care of all of that. And it was so nice. And even though things didn't go the way that I wanted them to for the day, those things happened. And my landlord suggested that I get a priesthood blessing, which was a really good idea, but wasn't able to get somebody to do it today. So maybe tomorrow. And then, of course, I'd signed up to substitute at the temple. And for the first couple of hours, I was okay. But by the end of it, I was in so much pain. I was like, I can't believe I did this. And I was super grateful. I felt very blessed that the person scheduling me actually gave me 2 breaks. Well, not really 2 breaks. She gave me 1 break in the 4-hour shift for 15 minutes, which was really nice. And then she scheduled me to leave like a half hour early. So I was like, okay. I had to stay because I was cleaning, but it gave me a half an hour to sit and to put my legs up because my feet were killing me and my back was hurting. And so I could just kind of change and just sit there and wait for when I had to help clean. And then we didn't have very many volunteers, and I was like, oh God, I'm not going to be able to do this. And then we always start with a prayer before we clean the temple. And the person that said the prayer just prayed that each of us would have the strength and ability that we needed to help clean the temple. And I feel like she was totally inspired, like God just totally inspired her to say those words, because I needed that. Because at that point I hurt so bad and we didn't have enough people, and I was going to have to help clean, because I was thinking, okay, we'll have a bunch of volunteers. I can just give them the tools, tell them what to do, and I could just sit there and let them do whatever they're going to do, because I hurt way too bad to help. And we didn't have enough people, so I had to help, and I didn't think I was going to be able to do it. And then I felt like I could after that prayer. I felt like that was specifically for me somehow, like she just was inspired to say that God knew that I needed that today. And it was just such an amazing blessing to me. And then I was able to walk around, and it's not like I did heavy, hard work. I just filled up hand sanitizer bottles, replaced empty Kleenex boxes, and took out the trash. I mean, it's not, but I mean, it's a lot of bending and lifting and walking around, and I was still reeling from the accident. But it was okay, and I had the strength, I had the ability, and that prayer just felt like it was totally answered. And it wasn't even one that I had given and or that I had asked. It was something I needed. I had been praying for. I didn't know how I was going to get through the night, but I just felt like God was totally aware of me when this other person just gave a prayer and specifically asked that everyone would have the strength and ability to be able to help clean the way that we needed to for the night, or something to that effect. And I was like, that was just for me. And it just always amazes me that God just knows what I need, and he provides it in the most amazing way. And I'm just super grateful to be aware of how much God is aware of me in my life. And it just makes me feel much closer to God, and it makes me feel more loved and capable of doing things. It makes me want to do more to show my gratitude to God for all the things that he does for me and the ways that he blesses my life. And just so grateful, because I also know that without that prayer, without that added strength, without knowing that God was there buoying me up, I don't think I would have been able to do any of the things that I did for today. So I am extremely grateful for that guidance and support and for knowledge in my life. And it just truly blesses me and helps me get through the day. And today is one of those days where I was like, without God buoying me up all day, it just wouldn't have happened. So I'm grateful for that and for those little reminders. And that's what I have for today. So if you like these videos, you can hit like, subscribe, share with someone else if you think they'll like it too. And I hope you have a great day full of gratitude and find ways to recognize God's hand in your life too.